The Sophisticatedly Ratchet Podcast is a roundtable conversational podcast that gives a voice to the Black experience.
Millennials from New York City sharing our views on Black lifestyle, culture, relationships, religion, and current events.
Here at SR, we strive to give our listeners the real in a world of fake.
Worldly professionals with class that also know how to switch it up.
Now let's talk our wild shit.
Right. All right. So, if anybody does anybody else have any ideas on how parents can get more comfortable with talking to their kids about sex?
And let me know if this is weird. Do y'all think like watching porn with a kid is like weird?
Weird, my nigga, weird.
No, it's weird. No, I'm talking about like as far as like an educational.
Unless
video.
I walk in on the little nigga while he watching this, so I can be like, hey, what's going on here? What you watching this shit here?
Let's talk about this.
Yeah, maybe, but if I ain't gonna be, hey, you want to see something?
You got the
That's creepy as fuck, bro. I'm not doing that.
It's not. It depends on the age.
That's
though, bro.
creepy as fuck.
It depends on the age.
I don't know how to
bro.
teach these kids
At
this
14,
shit.
At 13, 14, you could.
Let me ask you a
if that
question.
makes you feel
Would you feel comfortable watching porn with your kid?
I at 13, 14, I would. Show
No. Currently,
Currently, yeah, nigga, 18. I would definitely.
your daughter.
I no.
Okay.
Don't talk to me like that.
What is the purpose of porn?
What's the purpose
No.
of
What's the purpose of porn?
I think it's a sexual act that's
It's a
not
stimulation.
right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So I don't need to be
Fair.
getting stimulated with my kid.
Don't
Nice. Exactly.
Okay.
No.
I don't think it's appropriate. That's what I'm saying. Next.
Okay.
Are we gonna get ratchet? Okay,
Burn
finally.
Ratchet. Let's get burner questions.
Burner
Yeah,
questions
what's
are
your burner
signature.
Burner questions. Go ahead, tell them what burner questions are, TJ.
Burner questions are signature to the podcast. We ask a question, and you get to say yes, no, or sophisticatedly ratchet.
Talk about it.
All right.
Okay, all right. First question is, do you, all right, and this is to your porn identities, all right, ladies and gentlemen?
Okay.
I mean, hey, because we're going to make this a little bit more fun.
Get ratchet.
I'm here.
What is it?
OCD with a little bit of
With a
P.
little bit of P.
Ta-ta.
Sexy.
Delicious.
Delicious.
Wet dreams with
With
a
a
Z.
Z.
Wet dreams with a Z.
V
And
Scarlet.
B Scarlet Pumpernickel, and I am Deathstroke.
There you
Yes.
Or tongue down her throat. Okay, so do you use porn as a learning guide or resource?
You know what? I'm gonna just go see
I'm gonna
it.
just say
go. All the way. All the way. All the way.
I was gonna say sophisticatedly ratchet.
Hold up.
Cause you said resource.
Alright, so we got
Wait.
everybody says yes except Eve. And
Aw,
Eve
man.
said sophisticated
Yes,
ratchet.
sophisticated ratchet.
And
I agree.
wait,
I'm gonna say
oh,
yes.
you
I'm
said-
gonna say I'm gonna keep
say
yes, but I need to explain why.
So Eve, why is it sophisticatedly ratchet?
I was at yes because yes I do.
Yeah.
But sophisticatedly ratchet because it's only for, if I need to get extra for someone that I'm really not that interested in. Actually,
Oh,
I really
really?
don't watch porn that often. Yeah, but I watch porn if I need to, get aroused for someone that I'm not that aroused by.
Okay.
Wow. That's
I wanna
weird.
say
Anybody else want to explain their yeses?
I said
Gonna
yes.
tell you the truth.
Not, and I don't feel like it's currently, but it's like, have I used porn? Yeah, like when you're learning, and I'm saying that when you're learning how to do certain things, like, okay, oh, that bitch know how to give head good. Let me see how she do that shit so I could take that back to my archive. You know what I mean? So you may look at it for something like that when you realize, like, okay, let me up the ante on this, or I like, she did that? Okay, yeah, let me try that.
Got
Yeah,
it.
you know what I
Okay,
mean? So
okay.
something like that. yeah.
Absolutely. Well, for me, right quick. I ain't even gonna lie. I use porn as a learning guide all the time. All right, it's been my learning guide ever since I was a child. As a matter of fact, I was raised.
I got some stats on that too.
Yeah.
All right. I used to jerk off all the time. I used to jerk off all the time. But that's not just what it's for. Now, like when chicks tell me these are the things that they like in the bedroom, right? If I ask them, this is what you like in the bedroom, is this what you, and they tell me something they like in the bedroom, and I'm not familiar with it, I'm gonna watch a video. If I'm not good at it, let's just say,
Right.
I'm gonna watch a video and then see what are they doing in this type of sex. For example, dirty talk, right? I'm not great with dirty talk, right? So I'll watch a video or two of some dudes saying crazy shit.
Nah, that's
to
a fact.
chicks.
There's so much
Crazy
truth
shit.
to
And
that,
I'm
bro.
like, practice that.
There's so
Shut
much
up,
truth to
bitch.
that, bro. There's so much truth to that, bro.
You slut.
Yo, bro, there's so much truth to that,
You
bro.
dirty slut. Right?
Yo.
So I try to get like pointers and shit from it so I can be better at it. What about
Yo,
y'all?
bro, I co-sign that 100%.
Sometimes that happens
I
to me.
feel
Like,
Go ahead, my fault.
no, sometimes that happens to me. I feel like if I'm watching porn and I hear a guy say something like that, if I'm at home alone and I'm masturbating, I like envision a guy like slutting me out and shit. I really do.
I honestly feel like in terms of like resources and like research and development, my nigga Wesley Pipes helped me help me improve my talk
I
game.
fuck in my chucks.
Shout out to Wesley Pipes. My nigga Wesley Pipes be talking to them crazy. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna throw that in my roster.
That's when
I
I
gotta
went
put
to
that
the
in my belt because I see how effective this is.
Yeah.
And once I
It
started
was
using it
him.
in real life, I was like, you know what? I'm never gonna stop.
But that's when
I'm never gonna stop.
Wait.
Never gonna
Wesley's
stop.
one that always has his Timbs on.
Always got his Timbs
he
on.
got
has-
Tim's.
No, he
Always.
has chucks.
He has chucks too.
He,
And
and he
Tim's.
says, I fuck in my chucks. And he has a gun tattoo right here.
Shout out to
He
the
was the one.
OG. Shout out
After
to the OG.
hearing him, I was like, oh shit, this turns me
Shout
on.
out to the OG. He helped shape a generation.
Shit, that shit.
Facts. Wesley Pipes.
Babies having that too.
Yeah.
Facts.
Anybody else? Anybody else have one?
Next
Have one?
question.
Wait, we said if porn taught us?
It did.
Have you used it as a learning guide?
I have.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
I just say for me, I think porn, like, it both inspires me and then it also makes me afraid because, like, I used to work with, like, wild coworkers and I use I use porno as, like, a plateau as far as, like, I won't try that and I will try that. And, like, for instance, I remember a homegirl I had, she had bought in a porn and the shit was about, like, bestiality. So it was about a horse. The horse is sitting there, you know, fucking somebody. But she was into the shit.
How into it?
Into it.
I ain't into
Like,
that.
she was like, yo, look at this. I came to this shit last week type of shit. Wow. So when she started playing this shit in the screen, it wasn't just me. It was like 3-4 other people. Okay. I was sitting there watching the shit. And I was sitting here like, she trying to see who else is into this shit. But I realized, like, nah, it wasn't for me. Now, she got off on it, and I had to get up because it was queasy for me. But I realized, like, there was, like, 2 other people, and I was worried about these people. But they watched it. They watched the whole shit that went down. And that's when I realized, like, you know, porn is teaching them a whole different avenue that I'm not ready to explore. And I don't want to probably explore because I'm not into bestiality and shit. Once again, you're talking about, like, horses and a horse dick, and I'm not even gonna hold you. Everybody seen what a horse dick look like.
Yeah.
Let me.
That shit is different.
So wait. So let me rephrase it. Would you jerk off in the room while you was watching other people fuck?
I would. I'm not afraid to.
And they can see you?
Yeah, why not? No, I haven't. But I'm telling y'all that I'm not afraid
So
to.
how are these rooms?
But I got stage fright.
Eve asked an important question.
Because I feel like if we was actually like in the rooms that we watch while we watching porn, we would behave completely different. There's a whole different concept of voyeurism that makes the sexual experience way more intense. But if we was actually there when we was watching the fuck, you might. But then again, you might not, depending on how comfortable you are with your sexuality.
That's right. I just feel like porn is no different from watching 2 people fuck right there. It's just that we're so ashamed of the fact that we get off to the shit that we rather not pull out our dicks.
You mean like voyeurism?
Yeah, voyeurism.
Okay.
But like when we're watching porn, we're literally watching 2 people fuck, and we're just comfortable.
But they don't see us.
Right.
And that's the problem. But
Could you imagine if you was fucking on a stage and millions of people could watch you and you could watch them watching you fuck?
I want to
Watch them jerking off to you fucking?
Watch them jerking off to you fuck, bro?
So
Or playing with them.
I just say porn taught me a lot. And
That's the name of the episode.
that's the name of the episode.
Yes.
And yes, my sexual, like, even the things that I like that I know is not so normal, whether it's like, Flash watches cuckolding videos. Part of me wants to make a nigga go cry in the corner while I go fuck his woman. Yeah. I'm going to be honest with you.
I can't.
Like, and it's a fetish, but do I have the heart to do it? Maybe. You know?
What would that proposition be like? Like, who would you feel more comfortable approaching you with that?
I've been a cuckold.
A stranger.
I've been a cuckold before.
Who hit you up? The women or the
I was in
man?
a club, so I was drunk in a club, chilling and shit.
Tell the tribe what cuckold means, first of all. Because not everybody knew what cuckold was.
Is a situation in which a couple bring another man in,
bull,
and they call him a bull, and he is fucking the wife or
usually
the girlfriend or whatever as
while he watches
as the cuckold, because he's a cuckold, the guy watches, and he's just like, oh, and he's ashamed. And like sometimes he cleans it up or whatever. It gets a little extreme sometimes.
What if he touches himself?
If he touches himself, that's fine. Now I was a bull in a relationship and this shit one time. I was actually at a club in Astoria and shit. And I don't know if you guys know.
They were white,
but fucking Astoria, no. Astoria is a haven for fucking. What do you call them shits?
Sex
club? Swingers.
No, sex clubs and swingers. Sex clubs and swingers. So I was at this club. I can't remember the name.
This is in Queens. Historia's in Queens, by the way.
I got there late because my friends were having a party there, right? And
were they swingers?
They had left. No, they were regular, right? They left. It was her birthday party. They left, and there were bottles at the table. I was like, man, I got there late, so I started drinking the bottles. And this chick came over to me and shit, and she was like, hey, you're cute. I was like, thanks. And then she was like, yo.
Was she white? Was she white?
She was white, okay? And she was like, yo, you want to join me and my husband to play? Now, I ain't gonna lie. I have been watching a lot of swinger shit lately. So I know when
you know what play mean.
Play.
You know what play mean.
That means
yeah, somebody get fucked.
Some swinger shit. If I had been like, what's playing? They'd have been like,
now you played it right. Tell me more. Tell me more.
So come with me to play. And I was like, I don't do no gay shit. I ain't down with that. You know what I'm saying?
Good
she
answer.
was like, nah, my husband doesn't even like dicks. It's okay. You can come through.
Wait, pause. Can you tell me about this person's appearance? What they look like?
Okay, this was
How old were you?
It was a young white lady. She wasn't thin. Okay.
How old were you?
This was in 20.
This nigga said a young white lady and she wasn't thin. That's important. That is very important.
She was thick. She just recently got her breast done.
Oh yeah, this is a good time.
Dude told me
tell
not
me
to
more,
get
my
crazy
nigga.
with her tatas and shit. Right?
He told you I'll be filling up on the breast.
Yeah, so I
she
went
just got them shits done.
Right, so I went in the room, right? And I went there. I went because it was in the top of a hotel and they were staying in the hotel. So I went downstairs with them and shit, and they was like, "Well, I'm just telling you ahead of time, we got robbed. Okay, last time we did this, some nigga robbed us. They say nigga, some dude robbed us, and you can't stay." All right? I was like,
you don't look like a Robin type.
Dude, I'll fuck your wife for you. And I was like,
right.
But wait. Who told you they got robbed?
Right.
They got trauma.
Copy.
They told me that shit because we were a group at this time. We were a throuple.
Tell me. So you met old girl. At what point did she introduce you to her man?
Immediately.
Copy that.
Immediately, just to let me know he wasn't gay. She was like, "Yo, this is my man. His name was like Salim or some shit.
Okay,
he was Indian.
He was,
okay,
okay.
Indian and she was white.
Yeah. So we went down.
Yo, Salim, do better, my nigga. Right? Salim.
We went down to the room, and that's when he told me I be easy with her breasts and shit, and he started eating her out and shit as I was like, grabbing her vagina and shit. I mean, not grabbing her titties and shit. And he was like, "Yo, be easy with her titties. They're like new." You know what I'm saying? We just got them done.
Take time. Take your time.
Cool. I was like, all right, cool. So I started rubbing it. She had one of those no nipple titties and shit, though.
No nipples?
Yeah.
Inverted?
I don't know if it was a silicone. I don't know if it was a silicone, but they got rid of the nipples. She didn't have no nipples. So I was just kind of rubbing it. It was like smooth.
Just the areola?
It was like smooth and shit, right? God. So boom.
I cannot.
So now I'm fucking the chick in the bed, and this nigga's jerking off on the bed next to us and shit. I was fine with it. You know what I'm saying?
Wait. At any point in time, did you make eye contact with me?
No.
Was he behind or in front of you?
And that is
Was he
it.
behind or in front?
I ain't gonna hold you. The stud in me basically would look at the nigga like, "It's your bitch, nigga.
It's your bitch."
It's your bitch, nigga.
I felt like I should have.
A part of me.
I didn't feel comfortable with it.
Copy that.
Did they pay you?
No, they didn't pay me for it.
Oh, they didn't
It was not at all. So I came through.
Would you accept money?
Huh?
Would you accept money?
I would if I did, but I'm not a whore and shit. So
It wasn't transaction though. It was for free.
It was about the experience for me.
It was for fun.
Now, if you guys look at my fucking Instagram, There's an Instagram with me running the wrong way on a fucking like one of them walkways and shit. It was on like in the train station because I didn't have a car at this time. That was me trying to get home from that shit, and I was just told it's on my Instagram, and I was like, oh my god, I was just at I forgot what I was talking.
What was the ending like?
Shit.
What was the ending? He said thank you.
The crazy the ending was like, get out.
Oh shit! Well, how did it end though?
Do they like dap you up? Like, yo, thanks for coming through, my nigga. I appreciate all you did.
No, I fucked the shit out of her, and she was like,
And he told you
all
leave.
right, cool. All right,
So it's after she came. That's what I was asking. Not after you came. You didn't get to come
I
at
didn't
all.
even come. I did not come.
Oh, you didn't
But let me tell you
finish.
something. I don't. Nah, it's okay, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro.
You did it for the
Let
experience.
me keep it a stat. I don't need to come for every sexual experience that I have. For me, I'm a giver. Okay, I love to see the women that I'm fucking come, and when they come, I'm like,
No, he's
oh,
right.
that was good for
Yeah,
me, and it was good for me. I can walk away. That's just me.
I hear you.
That's
I'm
me.
not mad at that. I just my fear of blue balls is like intense.
Nah,
so I feel like if I don't
jerk off
finish,
when I
I'm
get
gonna be mad. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm gonna be upset if that's what happens. They be like, yo, get out. Like I'm still stroking. She come. They be like, yo, pop out. Yo, pop out real quick. That's a problem for me.
Nah,
I'm upset.
but he got his pleasure, so he ain't even. He said his pleasure was watching
I was
her come.
good.
So
I was
that
good. She
it.
came and
Did he
and I
come?
kind
Do
of
you know
laid
if he
back.
came?
I don't know. I wasn't paying him no
wasn't
mind. I didn't
watching
look
him.
at him. I did not.
You said you made eye contact.
I did not at all. I didn't even look in his
Okay, good
direction, bro, because it felt too gay. Okay, I got problems, bro. I got trauma. But anyhow,
Oh my gosh.
all right, wait. So is anybody else use sex as a learning guide?
I mean, I
Anybody know
definitely
about it?
did. I was a late gay, so I feel like I started dating.
Wait.
I know.
A late gay.
A late
You
gay.
said you was a late gay? How
Yeah.
late is late?
I feel like I started having sex with women too late. I think I was maybe 28. I feel like you should have done that like in your early 20s.
No,
you
wait.
know? So
TJ, question. When do you feel like you should have done it? You
in my
personally.
early 20s is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I feel like I should have done it in my early 20s.
Okay, cool.
You know, like
Okay.
at 28, 29, 30, like why am I doing this? It's kind of what I was thinking at the time.
You were curious about it then?
I was never curious. I just had a girl experience. A girl that I went to high school with, out of nowhere, came to my house. I'm telling the story.
Let me eat your pussy.
I'm hot.
Let me eat your pussy real quick. I want to see something.
I like you and I want you.
No,
We can do this the easy way, or we can do this the hard way.
Let's
No, this was actually the story.
This
so
is a safe
She
place.
came to my house and I was sick. She brought me some stuff and she never left. Literally, we were like inseparable.
How old was you?
I was maybe 28.
Oh, you a grown up.
Yeah, or 29.
Is she a stud?
She was a late gay.
She was.
Now hear me out. Now I'm not
Okay,
trying to
what?
come as studs. All right, now I got love for everybody,
Okay,
but I had heard that was a thing. Like moving in is a thing for studs. Like moving in earlier than
She
you
didn't
should
move
be
in.
moving.
She didn't move in. I'm just saying we were like inseparable.
Okay.
And that is typical of lesbians. Like
Okay,
we move
okay,
super
okay,
duper fast.
Okay, go ahead.
We started talking. We never had sex, right? So she was like, I was like, yo, I want to have sex. I want to see what the fuck it's like. Because I didn't know what it really was.
So you started talking about it with her?
Well, first of all, we kept hanging out and stuff. And so she ended up saying to me, like, you know, I think I like you more than a friend. And I'm like, okay, well, I like you more than a friend. And it was like that. So we went away. We went to like.
Where'd you go?
We went to like the Borgata in Atlantic City. So we were staying in this dope ass hotel.
What floor?
I don't know. It was high up. It was sexy. And so
can't.
I was like,
Was there a
yo,
balcony?
I thought we was going to have, what?
Was there a balcony?
No, there was no balcony.
Was it Oceanside View?
I don't remember.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But I wanted to fuck. So I was like, yo, like, I was going to have sex. I want to know what the hell this shit is like. And she was like, I'm scared to have sex with you. And I was like, why? She was like, because if you don't like it, I'm scared that you're not going to want to like be with me.
Question: what type of sexual experience were you looking for?
Well,
She
I
didn't
didn't
know at
know.
the
I
time.
think
She said
she
she didn't
was
know.
nervous because I was her first girl and I was used to having dick. So she was nervous, like if I, you know, whatever. So we did stuff, right?
What stuff?
Just a whole bunch of, like,
Tell me.
that's the thing.
God.
I didn't
Let
even,
me in.
I didn't even, that's how I felt too. I wanted to be let in because after we were done,
How did it start? Don't jump to
we
the
kissed
end.
on each other. She ate me out. Like she fingered me, stuff
Okay.
like that.
Okay. All
And
right.
I didn't do any. She didn't even let me do anything to her, right?
So she did everything to you,
She did everything to me.
and you was all right with that.
I was, and so I was like, wait, I came multiple times. So she's like, you know, I said to her, I was like, was that sex? And she was like, "Did you have an orgasm?" And I was like,
"Was that sex?"
"Yes, I didn't know."
What the fuck?
I know.
That's fucked up.
So she says, like, "Did you have an orgasm?" And I was like, "I had a whole bunch of orgasms."
Nice.
And she was like, "Well, then I guess that was sex." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And because I never got it, because that's the thing. What taught me sex was watching porn. As you know, like, I didn't know, because I think for a lot of heterosexual people, they make gay porn for heterosexual people.
That's a fact.
Not gay porn, lesbian porn. Let's be serious.
Or lesbian porn. Yes, you're
It's
right.
different.
I feel like they
It's
make
different.
it for heterosexual people.
Gotcha.
Thank you. That's what I was trying to say.
Girl
That's
on
what I was
girl
trying
is
to
not
say.
the same as
so
lesbian
like when I
porn.
saw that, it was
Girl
like
on
they eat
girl
each
is
other
way
out
different.
and they're both girly. It wasn't the real gay lesbian shit where I honestly feel like some of my best experiences was with a girl that strapped me. Like,
I got questions.
I felt like it was her, like,
Oh,
and or when she fingered me, it was better
One
than
question?
any dick I ever had.
Yo, TJ.
Okay.
How did you feel the first time a woman used a strap on you?
At first, I was like nervous because I was like, "This is whack. Like, it's not soft. It's like it didn't give me skin vibes. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, or it didn't react to me. Like, I love sucking a guy.
Next
off and he
question.
just
I'm sorry.
explodes.
How big was it?
It wasn't super big. It was regular. It was regular.
What's
don't remember
regular?
It was like a regular. It wasn't like a anaconda.
It was over 8. Was it over 8? Was it over 8?
I don't remember the size of it, but it wasn't like really big.
5 inches?
Okay.
I don't know. I didn't measure it. It was
She
like
can't
this.
remember the damn.
No.
inches.
I mean, the reason I asked that question because in my mind, when I think of when studs will whip out dicks in my mind, they
It's
whip out like
mad big.
13,
Right.
12. Like they pulling some huge shit. out.
Size that I
And
would
that's
say
what-
that.
Exactly.
Right now.
Exactly. Which made me ask the question, how big?
Because realistically, I'm not being funny. You don't want no big ass dick. You're not gonna enjoy a big ass dick. I'm being 100.
So what's
keeping it 100.
appropriate? No,
So
not even what's appropriate.
size,
What did
yeah.
you experience is the
That's
better
what she said, it
question.
was a different-
So I pretty much, it was just dope. I mean, I actually prefer fingers than a strap unless I feel like it's really attached to them. It's the weirdest
Right.
fucking thing ever.
So you want to know that they getting pleasure off of it.
They do for some. I don't know and how, but
Right.
some of them do get pleasure off
Copy.
of
Because
it.
you're
But I
getting
was just
pleasure.
saying that like women really have to learn your body, because when a man puts his dick in you, like his head feels it, everything feels it. Like girls have to listen to different moans. They have to
That's a
figure
fact. It's
out
different.
like
I got a
it's-
question.
They're really connected to your body.
I need to be educated.
You can ask a question, Fly.
No, I need to be educated. Do women moan when they have the strap on? I need to be educated.
You
See,
mean
Do I moan or do they
the
moan?
woman using the
the
strap.
woman with the strap.
Does she moan?
Moans, yes.
Yes,
Okay,
Why?
see?
Why?
because they feel it.
Greatest feeling ever.
Stimulation?
It's let me tell you.
Please educate us.
Educate us. Educate
No, I
us.
need to be
Right.
educated. I want to be
like
educated.
humping.
It's like humping.
See, we were just talking about this in the break.
The highest scale.
There's a pleasure to it.
Yes,
So
because
there is,
your
but
clitoris.
There's some that's just flat, that's just straight on your body, but it's like humping, straight like humping.
So you get the clitoral stimulation from the motion of humping, but you actually fucking. So you humping, but she getting fucked, and because of that, you getting the stimulation.
And
Yeah,
sometimes
it
girls
meant-
don't even really like that part. They want you to remove it and just give them more humping and pleasure. That's how they come.
Yeah, so it's called
God.
tribbing.
Okay.
Yes. So tribbing, or it could be scissoring or whatever. It doesn't have to be specifically that, but yeah.
I ain't gonna hold you sometimes. You can't do it without sex, bro.
You can't. Well,
A lot of the time,
but that's what you said. You could do it without sex. You said.
Okay.
I didn't hear him. What he
Yeah,
said?
yeah, you can't.
I
You can't. Like,
Well, you said you could get an orgasm without
without
sex.
sex, yeah.
Well, absolutely. Well,
That's what we're talking
I'm
about.
gonna say I don't want to say majority of the time, but several times when a female has sex with a guy, she's not coming. I don't care what nobody. That's
most of the time.
Most of the time.
Yeah.
Well,
Most of the time.
Well. That ain't me.
I challenge that. I challenge that. I challenge that. I challenge that. I challenge
That's
that.
why I said sometimes.
My numbers
they
is
are.
pretty good.
But what I'm
In
saying is-
2022,
I'm saying
my
is-
numbers is pretty high.
Right.
I feel like
And
most
I don't
times
wanna
it's
say
happening.
every
time, nigga.
But
This
a lot-
is
But a lot of times, women may not just come straight off of just straight penetration.
Maybe not.
She has to do something to make herself come. Either ride it and as we say, and kind of hump, dragging her clitoris because that's the friction of it.
That's what she like.
Well, I'm just saying, or oral. You know?
Yo, let me tell you something. If a chick don't come with me, she did it on purpose, nigga. She
so
fucking
annoying.
put it in her head that I'm not coming to this shit because this nigga ain't shit.
No, that's not. It has nothing to do with you.
No.
It has nothing to do with you.
If a chick don't come for me fucking her, she did it on purpose.
You feel that way about squirters
She did
too?
it on
You feel that way about squirters?
No, it's just that maybe you
feel
didn't.
that about squirters? Like she could have squirted, but she stopped herself. Like she
Not everybody
could
can
have. She's
squirt,
the only
though.
one stopping herself from squirting. She be like,
No, not
I
everybody.
said what you trying to stop this freaking ecstasy.
Y'all need to
I'm
be
with you. I'm with
educated
you.
so bad.
I'm with
It's,
you.
it's not funny.
All right, wait. Okay, all right.
We
Let me
getting-
ask you another question. Has your sexuality evolved over the years? Like, do you feel like over the years, like your sexuality has changed? Like, think of yourself at 18 as opposed to now.
Yeah, 100%.
Has your sexuality evolved? And that is a
100%.
burning question, ladies and gentlemen. Can I get your answers? 100%. Boom. Yes. And everybody's answer is
That's
yes.
unanimous. That's rare.
unanimous.
That's rare. We have
Yeah, we
unanimous
should get to
decision.
that. Listen, nobody get a word in
All right,
the
there we go.
That was a trash question, but go ahead.
Let's get to that.
I'm gonna ask you
Growth. Okay, let me answer
how your sexuality has
Growth.
changed how has your sexuality changed
So
I could say
over a perennial amount of time?
okay, so
And no, that's wrong.
Ooh.
It's long lasting.
He did it wrong. He did it
I'm
wrong.
gonna say how mine have changed because
Go ahead.
when you're younger, you're still learning your body and stuff like that. So I can guarantee when I was younger, I probably had 0 orgasms when I was younger because it's
What's younger?
18, 19,
18 to 26.
High school.
maybe.
High school.
High school,
During
yeah,
high school, you
yeah.
wasn't coming.
Yeah.
High school, no, because
She
you
didn't
know,
even like sex.
I
What
didn't-
about
no,
in
no,
your 20s?
I still didn't like it.
Question. At what point in your life were you coming? Like hard.
I
Like
think,
real.
and I'm like, you know what I'm
Hard.
lying?
Who made you come
The first person that made me come, and we
Hard.
was, and I could tell you the position we were in, and it's.
I remember
My
my
nigga.
position,
Yes,
too.
This-
it was
Sophisticatedly Ratchet
it
is what
was
we're
in-
here for.
I was, because he was a year older than me. Definitely was in high school. We were on a computer. Or was I in college?
it was doggy style.
No, 17.
Tell us more.
I was in a computer.
Tell
he
us
was
more.
sitting in a computer chair, and I was on top of him.
Straddling.
You was in school? You was in school?
No, in my house.
Oh.
And he was my boyfriend at the time.
Okay.
Yeah, no, for
And-
sure. That matters.
And I think, he was in the
Preferences.
computer chair, the chair that spins, and I was on top of him. And I think because of that, and the spin of the
humping.
chair and the humping, that's the first time I ever
First
had.
time you came in, that's when you knew it was real.
That's when I knew. That's the
when you
first
knew
time I
it
was
was
like, "Oh shit!" Like,
Now,
I
how
felt this
far
before.
how far in between when you started having sex to that time did you, within your sexual experience? Like,
Then the next time after that, even in my 20s, whatever, the only time that I recall having an orgasm is when the dude gave me oral.
got it.
Goddamn.
You're straight, right?
Yes.
Goddamn. Yo, what about you? How has your sexuality changed over the years?
I just get better.
Yeah.
But I just want to elaborate on her
Yes.
being straight. You noticed that she said she had a great experience when she was humping. And
Yes,
she
that's
had
the
a
truth.
great experience when she got head.
Yes.
She's lesbian.
Message.
I understand that.
Message.
I understand that.
Hands down.
No, I get what Eve's saying.
Look at Eve,
And that's why that's why I prefaced it. But we
Checked
talked
all
about
the boxes.
But we talked about
Checked all the boxes.
But we
Eve is
talked about
verbatim.
that because
Okay.
we talked about
Sophisticated.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Because we
That's a
talked
fact.
about humping and the stimulation. Even when I
Yeah,
said
humping
it's,
is
even in my dope right now, for me to probably have an orgasm, I'm on top of the guy because I'm right. So I am doing the motion, which is humping.
This is spaghetti girls.
That's just me.
Okay.
That's not just a gay thing.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, well, Eve, you want to go?
You can go.
Okay, no. So yeah, I just feel like now how I've evolved over my course of my period is I learn more about my body, so I can turn myself on. And my newest shit, now that I'm like becoming more self-aware, is because before if I would masturbate, I have to think about somebody or something
think
or
about
watch
nobody.
porn. Now I'm masturbating off of just telling myself affirmations.
Oh no, you different. I can't do that, nigga.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
word?
wait.
Yeah.
So TJ,
know, I ain't jacking up no
TJ. So
spelling
wait,
bee.
so wait, TJ. So when you take yourself, you be like, I'm a bad bitch. I'm a sexy bitch. What do you say to yourself?
No,
What?
I don't say that. I
What do you
just
say?
say you deserve pleasure.
Yo.
You get to have pleasure. Yes.
Like that.
Stuff like that. So, and I actually.
How long does that take?
I would have to watch porn.
It doesn't take long because I feel like that's someone told me that. So you guys know when you have sex with people, you create soul ties.
Okay.
right? So I don't want to keep thinking about this ex that fucked me up or this ex that I broke up with, because if somebody did some shit to me and I'm still thinking about they dick and pussy, like, absolutely not. I
There's
don't
no
want that
ex
in my
you
life.
still think about. There's no ex you still think about the way they fucked you.
I do, and I don't want to.
Right.
So someone told me, take your power back. And so
Okay.
the way I took my power back is I get to orgasm to myself. You know, I don't have to think about nobody else or watch porn or you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So I tried
do
it,
that
and it was
shit.
hard
Your
as fuck.
imagination.
I need a
It was
woman.
really hard in the beginning, and then after a while, I was like,
I don't
oh
know if I
wow,
Jerk off to my
it worked.
imagination.
Yeah, I can't.
No, I can do it to my imagination.
I've done-
But she said to herself, like, there's nobody in the vision.
No, I'm thinking
of.
of myself. I'm pinching my nipples.
See, I can't
I'm
do
like,
that
yeah,
shit.
I'm doing, yeah.
Your flash, you can't picture your nipples. You can't.
Nigga, look, I'm ashamed to even do this shit in the mirror by itself, nigga. Like, I get myself out the frame and shit because I don't like doing. Nigga, no.
Wait,
Oh.
this nigga who want to jerk off in front of a whole group of people,
Yeah.
and he's ashamed of looking at himself.
Every
He comfortable with being a bull and fucking bitches in front of their mans and shit. But I don't want to see.
You know what?
I don't
it
want to
is?
see me.
I'm not gonna lie. Like a lot of shit with porn and even like discovering the shit that you like is about like sometimes shame. Niggas is ashamed about some of the shit that they like.
Facts. That's
And
a good question. Let's
no,
get
and
to
because
that
like
one.
we all can't always share the shit that we like too early on because we got to sift out like, am I weird for this or is this just a
Right.
fetish type of shit? Like this shit.
Yeah, what type
it
of
fucks
shit
with
you watching, my nigga? That was somebody would think you was weird.
No, it's not about that. I just
I
think
got
that,
some
I just think
shit.
that's about growing with porn in general. It's like we watch certain porn because once again I saw the bestiality shit and I was like, I'm not ready for this.
But
like,
that wasn't by your choice. You didn't seek that.
right.
I'm
but-
asking you, like, what type of shit do you seek then that's questionable?
Well, you sent me some shit that was questionable a couple times. I'm gonna be honest with you.
We share
What shit?
porn. So try.
What
We
shit?
share
I'm not
porn.
gonna lie.
We throw it in the chat. We all watching it. They're like, DJ, did you see it? We do this. That's what we do. Let me also.
What I do?
Let me let the
Tell me about
trial. Right.
That's why
Try.
your computer crashed.
We on
That's a fact. That's a fact.
That's
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. There's some suspect sites I'm on.
That sounded weird.
Wait, quick. So this brings me. This
to
is a
that
great
question.
segue for the next.
Go to that question.
For the next subject. Have you ever been embarrassed about your sexuality or something that you turned on by?
All right, so look,
Have you ever?
it was this one time I was watching this porno by this young lady by the name of Belladonna. This white lady, all right, and Belladonna's impressive, all right. I say she's impressive because I ain't never seen nobody take anal the way this woman take anal before, right? And what made it so impressive is that I watched this woman put a bat in her asshole.
A bat?
A bat, a B-A-T, a long cylindrical bat that she was swinging in home run.
In the asshole.
Bat!
In the
A
asshole.
bat, like you swing it.
In the asshole.
And she put it in her asshole, and I was so amazed by this.
Yeah, it
I
takes a
had
lot
to
of work.
share it with somebody.
Takes a lot of work.
I sent it to this nigga.
Traumatized.
I
Traumatized.
sent it to this nigga. I couldn't keep it to myself because I came. I'm not gonna hold
And what he
you.
had-
I
what he
watched
had-
it. I liked it. I touched myself, and I came. I said, you know what?
Why did you
I,
send this to me?
I felt like it was my responsibility to expose somebody else to this type of shit. Because I can't be the only one who like this.
Hold up. Can I preface something real quick? Because the nigga sent me the video and he was like, yo, I just jerked off to this. Check this shit out. So I'm not gonna hold you like, yo, when when the nigga send me new shit, nigga, I'm already like, I turn the lights down, I pull my dick out, like I'm ready, nigga. So
Exactly.
So I'm thinking like this is probably like a good time. So my dick out and I'm sitting here like, oh, she's sexy as fuck.
Yeah.
But then when I seen her pull the bat out, I was like, what's going on here? And then the shit started getting weirder and weirder, and I was sitting here like,
The thing about it is the bat had words on it. The bat said home run. She got the bat into the word run. So she got past HOMER. It got to the U. At that point, she had to stop. But I was impressed. How you get that much
That's
of a bat
dangerous, actually.
That's dangerous.
That's
into
That
your,
up?
in her butt?
in her butt.
Yes,
That's
sir.
Straight
dangerous.
up. It had to go.
Straight.
Oh,
She was leaned over. Straight.
nah.
Look,
Yo, she was fucking for days.
I don't even ask
No way
niggas
she
for
had
porno
shit
no
on a
more.
loose sphincter.
I'm done. After that, I was sitting here like he has a different acquired taste
Yeah,
than
than
what
you.
I'm used to.
That nigga still take porno from
I'm
me
still
now.
a
This
flesh
nigga
to
now to
flesh
this
type of
day.
nigga.
I sent this nigga porno last week. All right, he still took it. Do
man,
not let
she
this
had
nigga
to sit
lie.
down- He had to sit down and write you a message and shit. Listen, please don't send me anymore.
Exactly.
No, we still do it. It's on the chat. We do
Yo,
it.
but you know what it is? I'll do it. But look, I look at the thumbnail. Look, I look at the thumbnail. I look at the description. And if it's something crazy, I'll be like, "This ain't for me. That's it. This ain't for me."
You lie.
Okay. What about any of you guys? You guys have
No, I definitely have
been
one.
embarrassed about anything?
Me. So I remember, I still kind of watch it sometimes, and I feel so bad after doing
Let
it.
that off your chest. Come on.
So I
It's a safe
like,
place.
what is it called? It's like,
Two girls,
it's
one
like,
cup?
I can't remember the search word. No, it's not.
2 girls, 1 cup?
No. So it's like not abusive porn, but like just really rough, right?
Like gang,
Ghetto
like
gaggers?
Ghetto gaggers.
Ghetto gaggers?
gaggers. That shit.
Yeah, so like sometimes,
Yeah,
not
I
ghetto
understand
gaggers,
why
there's
you feel
another one.
embarrassed.
There's a hooder one than that. I
Yeah.
think.
No, ghetto
And so
gaggers
like
is like
the
trash.
girl would be like sucking him off until she throws up. He's like rubbing her face in the throw up.
Yeah.
And it's just really rough. And I
like
was
this?
getting off on it. And I felt
I
bad
can't.
because I know for sure, like after the fact,
They
I
paid
was
her good
like,
money. They paid her good money, I
I think that
promise
they
you.
were trafficked.
Yo, terrible.
We are
Yeah.
Sophisticatedly Ratchet. We do not promote human
And
trafficking.
I
All right, was gonna be
know,
his first
I
one to
know, 'cause I
say it
was
here.
like,
Is not what
no
we do
girl
here.
could really,
All
really
right,
want
that's
that.
not it.
Nah, no,
Yeah, to me, I was like, I don't think this is acceptable.
Facts.
You know, like I was watching and I was like, oh.
How
okay.
guilty did you feel after you came?
I mean, I looked at a few other episodes to see if it was real because I wanted to know.
She continue watching. She continue.
No.
Is this the same girl? Is this the same girl?
Main
No.
actors,
No,
She's
let me-
wondering why none of the girls have real names.
No, let me clarify. There are some videos where the girl, like I watched something, it's called kink.com, right? And so the girls, after they get slutted out, they come on camera and they're like, oh my God, this was such a dope experience. And they talk about how, oh, I loved it when the guy.
Does that make you feel better about watching it?
No, so yes, it does, because I know that it was consensual.
Okay.
Right? So I was expecting that from the ghetto one.
You
know
make
what I'm
it to the end in order to see that?
Yes, because I was like saying maybe it was gonna come up, and I was like, let me watch another one. And I'm like, all these girls look really young. They look kind of like scared sometimes.
I don't
like
make it all the way
abused.
through my pornos.
And it was definitely
Me
in the.
neither.
It was in New York City because I could
to
hear
my
the
point.
train in the
Yeah.
backyard, in the background. Like I was like, this is not okay. Maybe some. And I know that sex trafficking is real. Mo was a social worker. She did her dissertation on it, her capstone project on that.
Getting serious now.
And I want to also let y'all tribe know that we do not condone that.
Nah,
if
we
you
don't
have
do
ever
that.
been abused
Yeah,
or
nah, we don't
assaulted,
do that
there's a
here.
national sexual
Read it.
assault
Tell them the number.
hotline. You can call it 24/7. It's 1-800-656-HOPE.
Talk about it.
It's the National Sexual Assault Hotline. You can call it at 24/7, and it's 1-800-656-4673 or HOPE. So we don't condone that, but that's pretty much it. So
If you
we're
make
not
it to the
allowed-
end.
Thank you.
Wait. Do
Thank
we
you.
have anybody else who had any issues?
No, thank
All
you.
right, so we're
We
gonna
wrapping
wrap it up. We're gonna wrap it up.
Let me just tell you,
Whoa,
I didn't
whoa,
have
whoa.
any issues.
Okay.
Because I've had a paternal amount of great sex.
Wrong. You said it wrong. It was
Existing long period of time.
Yo, I believe you.
Listen, I thought that was yours.
Never.
Try again later.
She's the guest. She's the guest.
I can call a friend.
Take a sip. You get that point. Ding. We'll push it.
Thank you
ding.
for listening to Sophisticatedly Ratchet.
I believe you.
Yo, close it out.
Spread the word.
All right, yo. This has been a great episode. Let's close it out. TJ.
Let's.
Wait. No.
let's
First.
think-
Let's see who
I
won
guess.
the word of the week.
I lost count.
Nobody.
Nobody.
Eve did.
Eve.
She
Eve.
used it, but that was barely. We barely
Okay,
gave her
Eve,
that
clap
point.
Before we leave, okay, I want to
SR
tell you guys
pick.
about this book.
SR pick.
A little bit more into the book. This is an SR pick, Ratchet pick. Okay, it's called "It's Perfectly Normal" by Robbie Harris.
This is where Shake learned all his moves.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you have a kid who's about the age of 13, or if even if your daughter already just got her period, she may be 11 or whatever, it's time for you guys to have that sex talk, all right? This book right here is a great resource in order for you to, I guess,
Have that conversation.
have that
Yeah,
conversation
have the
or feel comfortable having that conversation, all right? So the one thing is, you don't just give it to them, okay? Read the book. Read the chapters and then talk about the chapters with your kid, so they are a little bit more understanding about, what sex is, and you're their guru. Okay.
Can I just
Be
do this
the
real
guru
quick?
for your children.
Right.
Did you do that book with your daughter?
Yeah, no, I gave it to my daughter's mom.
You ain't shit. Both of y'all ain't
I
shit.
did it with my son.
Oh, you did?
I didn't
Okay.
need this with my son. I was amazing.
Okay.
And I've had very age
Yo,
appropriate.
Shay, do you read it? But when do you read it? Is it like a bedtime story or like when
No,
they first pop up?
no, it's like read it before.
Good question. Good question.
Make bullet points and then talk to them about it. You don't read it to them.
So wait, do you
read it to yourself?
Do you read it to them before they ask? Or
No,
wait
you
till
read
they
it
ask?
to yourself and then you talk to them about
When
it.
they're ready.
Okay.
They don't need to ask about it. You know what I'm saying?
You present it to them.
Correct.
Got it.
Correct. Because you feel like it's about time, whether they had their period or they hit 12. Because I feel like 12 is the age appropriate age to start having some sex talk.
Shake facts.
Shake facts.
The shake
Shake
facts.
facts.
Shake
I had
facts.
statistics,
Shake
but
fact.
whatever.
And
Anyway.
it's real facts, okay? So let's take it away.
Thank you.
Eve is the winner of the word of the week.
All right.
DJ, take us away, baby.
First, I want to go ahead and thank Eve from EMG
All the
Prince. From Live, what is it? What's the IG?
Life of Eve Graham.
Life of Eve Graham. She's a serial entrepreneur. She's my cuz. She's a mother. She's a cousin. She's a friend. She's a community ambassador. She's always riding for her community.
I'm a soon-to-be wife.
Facts. Yes. Okay.
To be white.
Where's she at? Where's she at? She from Brooklyn.
I love it.
Fat from Brooklyn.
All right.
Okay.
Well, guys, thanks for listening to another episode. Thank you for being here with us. You can check us out everywhere you hear podcasts, Apple
where we at?
Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon has podcasts, iHeartRadio. And then go over to our IG on So Ratchet Podcast. Go ahead and hit the like button, hit the follow
Subscribe.
button,
Yo.
All that shit.
subscribe.
Yo.
On TikTok, we're So Ratchet Podcast. On Twitter, we're So Ratchet Pod. And we are So Ratchet Podcast on YouTube. Go ahead and like us right now.
Yo,
Thanks for listening to another episode.
facts. Yo, gang, I just wanted to say, you know what I mean? We've been doing this for a minute, right? We're going to continue to do the best we can in order to put out good content for you. All right? We a tribe. I love y'all.
I love you
All right?
too.
We got a lot further to go, but we out here grinding, my nigga. You don't see it, we out here. You can see it. If you look at our background, see how far we got, but think about how far we gonna go. All right, so this is what that
Thanks,
looks
you
like.
guys.
All right, we love y'all, tribe. Thanks for checking in.
Thanks for
Check you next
listening
time.
to
Yo, peace and love, y'all.
Peace and love. Cheers.
Peace.
The fix is in.